What's going on, YouTube? It's your buddy, everybody's buddy, Car Craftsman, back with another video. And today we are in the craft cave and we have got this lip that came off of a S2000. Now this lip looked like it got a little bit too aerodynamic and started dragging the ground a little bit. And if you look, it's pretty well tore up. It must have been going down the road pretty decent there before you stop to pick it up. And it's also got a whole bunch of chips on here that I am not looking forward to taking care of, but yeah, to do the best job I can, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Now, I'm not gonna be using just any old body filler in this stuff because it's gonna need to be able to flex and move with it. So I'm gonna be using a 3M two-part plastic. I think it's called Easy Sanding, whatever it is here, right here. I've had this thing sitting in the sun for a couple days hoping it'll regain its shape back, and it hasn't quite yet, but I'm hoping that's not going to lead to too much problem there when we go to fix it and then go to put it on. It's just about back to shape, so that's the only part there that I don't like. But yeah, we're going to get right to work right now. So you know the deal, guys. If you like the video, please like the video. If you learned something, definitely like the video. Subscribe for more content like this because I can promise you I'm doing stuff like this all the time. And yeah, we're going to get right to work. I'm going to get my sandpaper and start some sanding. All right, guys, as you can see there, I've definitely sanded a lot of that old overspray off with 80 grit sandpaper, and I cleared a lot of that flashing or road rash off there and made a nice little repair opening there. I still haven't worked on the outside too much, and I'm gonna have to sand a whole heck of a lot around this repair area just to make sure that I got good adhesion for this next step here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to grab a DA. I'm going to sand all around this area, and I'm probably going to take care of a lot of this paint while I'm at it. I might just even get my big aggressive DA and just let her have it. So we'll see here. Alright guys, things are looking quite a bit different here right now. As you can see, I've done a lot of sanding, and I've also applied my first round of glue to my repair area. And while I thought I hit the record button and was talking to you, I wasn't, and I didn't get that part of the video. Now, as you can see, I've used a fiberglass mesh back in there, and I've really layered on that glue, and I know it looks kind of ugly, but it'll hold. It'll definitely hold, and that's a good enough repair. Now you can see I didn't have enough glue, or didn't make it over completely to that repair area before it hardened up, and there's some of this stuff that I need to take care of in order to make sure that this repair is really going to last. But as you can see, that repair is in there. That glue holds to this, whatever this is. It's probably some kind of urethane really well. And this side, I'm even just going to leave the plastic that I had on there to smooth out the glue on there. I don't think that's going to hurt at all. The fiberglass mesh gets a little bit of strength and a little bit of rigidity moving through there, and I actually put it on both the front and the back. That glue, I'm telling you, filled in that dent really well, and I don't think that's going to ever give him any more problems. Now there's a lot of stuff that I didn't get to fill in, and it was really difficult mixing up a lot of this stuff at one time. This is what I'm working with, and they do have this in the tubes with the gun and the static tip, and that does make it a lot easier for pinpoint accuracy for application, and then a little bit easier. You don't have to mix all of this stuff up by hand. I was using this metal scraper here, that's about the only thing you can use. You use anything less stiff and you're not doing too much work. And then to take off the paint and then to shape these areas, I used a really aggressive Orbit DA here with 80 grit sandpaper. And then you do have to make sure that this plastic is clean before you apply any kind of top layer or any kind of glue. So we use that to clean it off. And I'm going to show you one more time, because I didn't get to before, how I go about filling an area like this and making it come out pretty decent, that you could sand it pretty easy. So you could see that fiberglass mesh is showing, and that's exactly what we want to give it some strength. That glue's going to fill in there, and just like rebarb, it's going to give it some rigidity. So I'm going to fill in this area here from the front and the back. I'm also going to go over this little bit of road rash here, whatever he got there, and hopefully build that up. And right there also. And we're going to do that with the easy sandable flexible parts repair from 3M. Get into it right now. Alright, update. So this is looking good. If there's one thing I know about this glue, it does like to stick to itself pretty well. So absolutely having to have scratches on everything kinda isn't necessary. But I knocked down all the highest spots so the glue could still flow in there pretty good. I've re-prepped my area here and cleaned it. That's obviously all the way through there, so we're going to be doing that repair right there. And yeah, it's looking good. Now I have to remember to put some on the front side there. I want to fill in those holes, and right there also. So I'm going to show you the technique that I used for the very beginning here, and hopefully you'll be able to catch up to how I got to this part right now. Hey, just to show you guys how well this glue really does stick to a lot of stuff, this is the spreader that I use, and I'm trying to prep for my next application. And yes, it does peel off, but the bond that it has on there is ridiculous. And that's on metal. On plastic, it's even better. Okay guys, so I got my areas prepped, cleaned, sanded, and ready for this next step. Now, I got a couple different spreaders for a couple different areas, but I am going to use my metal one at first, and you're going to see why. This is like mixing up the thickest materials. It's just a ridiculous mess, right? I need to go fast. Alright, it looks like our epoxy is nice and hard, good enough to the point where we could check our progress here. It's been about, probably an hour or so. Let's see how this comes off. Oh, she don't want to come off. It might need a little bit more cure time. No, it's coming a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. If you remember, guys, that was the spot right there that we needed to fill the most, and it looks like we really got there. Now, taking all this plastic off isn't that necessary. Oh, look, it's coming though. Oh, baby. Nice. Because we're going to sand this top surface anyway, so I'm just going to have to sand all that plastic off, which is no problem. And that's looking really good, actually. The smoother that you put it on, the better chance you have at this plastic peeling off with you. But like I said, it's not necessary. Let's see how the back came out. Oh yeah, that was a whole lot easier to come off, and that is looking tough. I wish I had a little bit more glue. I would have spread that in there a little bit better. Next time I'm going to get the static tip and go back and make sure I'm doing that good. Let's see this one here. Looking good. Definitely filled in that area with what I wanted it to. That one's looking good. Oh man, I'm telling you guys, everything is coming out Millhouse. And after another round of sanding, we are looking fantastic. Man, I cannot sing the praises of this easy sand, whatever you call it here, enough. I would use it like plastic filler if I had a choice. This stuff is expensive though, and 2 tubes lasted me this whole repair. I did have one other repair with these tubes previously, but yeah, this one pretty much sucked it all up. And as you can see, I got a lot of air bubbles in my repair here, and just a little bit more needs to be filled and feathered in. And I'm going to do this with the last little bit I got in the tubes, but look how nice that feathers out, guys. This stuff really is that good. I really enjoy using it, and look at these results. And this is flexible stuff. This isn't like plastic filler where it's going to pop off of there. It is bonded with that bumper really well. Alright guys, what are we looking at here? What's going on? Let's see. Oh, they came off so nice. I love it. Looking good. That one came out a little bit harder. I was messing with that one a little bit more, I think. Oh yeah. That's it, guys. That's what I need. Oh, it's still got a little cavity there. A big cavity. I'm gonna have to fill that one in. And look at this, guys. I'm finally at the end. I did it. I can't believe it. Look at that repair. That is top notch, though. That looks good. That is flexible bumper repair at its finest. Look how well that stuff feathers out. That is going to leave a fantastic repair. Now, I did go over a lot of these small holes with body filler, and it looks like I'm going to need to go over it one more time just to make sure I get everything that exposed itself after I sanded the top layer out. But look at that repair, man. You can't ask for too much more on plastic, and the way this stuff sands out is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, you know the deal, guys. If you like the video, please like the video. I know I'm not showing this getting painted, but you know what, this ain't a painting video. This is about repairing this plastic, and hopefully that's what you clicked on the video for, and hopefully you learned something. If you want to watch me paint this stuff, you're going to have to give me more views, more likes, and then probably even like subscribe to like my PayPal or some shit like that. But I liked how this repair came out, and I'm going to make this into a video. So guys, like the video, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Clark Craftsman out.